I think someone asked you about that. Why is it that we don't see you with your airport look, and why is it that you're not there on events and and all these birthday parties and all that? And you said that this is something that's not really required.
If I have my birthday, I will not put paparazzi down because my guest will feel very. The kind of people I have in my life, they will feel that I have invaded their privacy or I'm using them. Like I don't care about who. I don't care about these people attending my birthday, but I attend who all came for my birthday. I don't question the people who do this because who am I?
जब बिग बॉस में आप थे तो आप दीवार पे खड़े हुए थे कि मैं कूदने वाला मैं चाहता में
I don't. If you can notice in my energy, aura, speech, words, I don't have any grudge anymore. कि हाँ लोगों ने कॉल ऑफ किया मैं दिखाऊंगा लोगों को जो समझ में जो उस वक्त समझ में जो लोगों को आता है वो करते हैं मे बी उस समय मेरी हरकतें ऐसी थी इज लाइफ इजी फॉर मी नो बट इज लाइफ इजी फॉर एनीवन नो सो आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू क्राई कि क्या नहीं हुआ और क्या मेरे मुताबिक नहीं हो रहा क्योंकि आपके मुताबिक मेरे मुताबिक जीवन में वैसे भी कुछ नहीं होगा
What does love mean to you?
I mean, love is life. You have to love. If you don't have the ability to love, you are dead.
Amit Sadh, welcome on Connect FM Canada. How are you?
Amazing. Always a privilege. Always a privilege to see you. You know, your hat is always on. Your smile is always on. Your warmth, your love. Nothing has changed. And good to see you, bro.
No, it'll always be the same. I was going through a few of your interviews. One thing that I just burst out laughing. I think someone asked you about that. Why is it that we don't see you with your airport look, and why is it that you're not there on events and and all these birthday parties and all that? And you said that this is something that's not really required.
मैं ऐसा नहीं कि किसी के बर्थडे पे नहीं जाता बट मैं जिससे प्यार
But you
करता हूँ
want to invite media.
I just find it very foolish कि when you have your birthday again for me it sounds foolish to me I like your birthday or anything is very intimate if I have my birthday I will not put paparazzi down the kind of people I have in my life they will feel that I have invaded their privacy or I'm using them like I don't care about who I don't care about these people attending my birthday but I attend who all came for my birthday I don't question the people who do this because who am I राइट बट मेरी लाइफ में अपनी लाइफ को मैं बहुत सरल रखने की कोशिश करता हूँ और उसमें मुझे आनंद आता है और जिसको जिस चीज में आनंद आए उसको वो करने दीजिए मुझे ये चीजें नहीं समझ में आती यू नो इनफैक्ट आई वोंट नेम बट अभी मेरा एक दोस्त है वो इंडस्ट्री में मैं उसके साथ काम कर चुका हूँ प्रोड्यूसर है मैं गोवा में था मैं ड्राइव करके आया आई काइंड ऑफ गैंग्ड अप विद हिज वाइफ you know, and I said, नहीं मैं आऊँगा वो बहुत नारा मैंने उसको बोला मैं नहीं आ रहा so I basically surprised but when I was walking into that restaurant I was just going and there were like 20 people like the photo and मैं एक सेकंड मैंने कहा यार like I was not prepared कि यहाँ भी फोटो रेस्टोरेंट में भी घुसने में फोटो खींचेंगे लोग अब वहां पे 10-15 फोटोग्राफर आया you don't want to be rude to them वो तो बच्चे हैं यार they're doing their jobs they have to you know they have been sent they have been asked to come so you don't want to be rude to them I stood there मैंने एक फोटो खिंचवा ली उसमें फिर अलग बाकी 4-5 मीडिया वालों ने उसको ले लिया कि अमित साध को तो स्टाइलिंग भी नहीं आती वो तो ऐसे कपड़े पहनता है जैसे उसको कोई फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता तो मैंने उसको मैं ये सब चीजें फॉलो नहीं करता बट कभी कभी आपके फीड में आ जाती है चीजें सो I took that I found it funny so I put it on my Instagram stories that's the सही कह रहे हैं
And you know this is something that we've spoken in the past as well. I was reading one of your other interviews and जिस तरीके से आपने जिक्र किया है कि that the mere fact that you're acting and that in itself is a huge high for you.
Apparently, bro, it should be if our work, what we do, what you do, what I do, if it doesn't give you a high, why are we here?
No, because why I'm saying it is because you know I think you have known so many people within the industry. I have known quite a few. So you know somehow this entire tussle between stardom and acting, stardom and craft. You know, so somehow people give way more importance many a times to the entire idea of stardom, and somehow they don't maybe work on the crafts that well. But if you are working on your craft, I think every other things they will follow it at some point of time or the other.
Bro, I don't comment on anyone because सबका अपना व्यक्तिगत है, सबका सबकी 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 अपनी समझ और सोच है, सबका अपना जीवन है. बट आप जो बोल रहे हो ना, टसल टसल इंसान की और स्टारडम की नहीं है. टसल यहाँ से होती है. टसल खुद से होती है, अपने दिमाग से, अपने वजूद से, अपने व्यक्तिगत से. यू नो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि ओवर द इयर्स आई फाउंड सम कंपोजर, आई हैव फाउंड सम center. I found some alignment for myself. So there's no good and bad कि मैं अच्छा कर रहा हूँ और वो बुरा कर रहे हैं, या तो कंपैरिजन है नहीं. जिसको जो समझ में आ रहा है वो कर रहा है. एंड मेरे लिए क्राफ्ट, मेरे लिए काम, it's very pious. For me, acting is life. For me, working in movies is everything. If you take this away, it's almost like my anchor. It gives me so much joy. It allows me to grow. It's given me so much love. Now you want to call that stardom or fans or love? It's your perspective. मैं ज़्यादा उलझता नहीं इन चीज़ों में, but I just feel कि other than the acting, other than fans, and other than this glamour industry, there has to be more to life. वो तो दाल चावल में ही आएगा मजा. That's just a metaphor. But life को जितनी सरल रखेंगे. मेरे एक बहुत बड़े एक्टिंग कोच है, उन्होंने बहुत साल पहले एक चीज बोली थी जो मुझे उसमें समझ में नहीं आई थी. उन्होंने मुझे कहा था, अमित तुम में बहुत टैलेंट है एंड आई विश यू द बेस्ट कि तुम बहुत अच्छे एक्टर बनो, तुम्हें और काम मिले. तो इतना ध्यान रखना कि तुम स्पेशल तब तक रहोगे जब तक तुम में सिंप्लिसिटी रहेगी और जब तक तुम सरल चीजों में आनंद ढूंढोगे जीवन में. एंड ओवर द इयर्स नाउ आई स्टार्टेड अंडरस्टैंडिंग व्हाट ही मेंट. So I try to keep it like that. I go, I get a role, I become my role, I go deliver, I take a break, I go to the mountains, I do what I like, come back, next role, next. And in this, I find life, I find difficulties, I find challenges, I fall, I get up, I crawl, I fall. It's like, it just keeps going on. And I guess that is life.
देखिए क्या हुआ है कि दैट ये बहुत आई थिंक लिमिटेड एक्टर्स के साथ में एक ये चीज होती है कि अगर ये एक्टर जो है किसी प्रोजेक्ट में अगर है तो कुछ ना कुछ उसमें उसने अच्छा ही किया होगा. दैट देयर मस्ट बी समथिंग एंड दिस इज समथिंग दैट यू हैव. जो आपका सक्सेस रेशियो है एज फार एज डिपेंडेबिलिटी फैक्टर, वो कमाल का हो चुका है पिछले कुछ सालों में. एंड you've had some really fine performances. Now once again, why I find it surprising, why I find it very very inspiring. मैं अभी एक और में आपका स्टोरी पढ़ रहा था कि दैट जब बिग बॉस में आप थे तो आप दीवार पे खड़े हुए थे कि मैं कूदने वाला. you know that moment when I think people must have just written you off to come this far. I find it surreal in more ways than one. Do you find it like unreal in a way at times to have come so far?
It is unreal. It is unreal. Surreal. बट मैं ऐसे देखता ही नहीं हूँ यार ब्रो कि मैं कितना फार आया हूँ, नहीं आया. Before I answer a question, because it's come to my mind and I have to tell you this, you were my first big, I mean there's no big and small interview, but let's say there are, but and I remember after Sultan, like for me, like after your interview, the love I got and the love you gave me, the way you presented me on that interview. And over the years, through every film, and even when I have not had films, you've interviewed me and you've been so nice to me and you've seen the good in me. And today I want to thank you for it.
And I think you already told me enough many times. I think,
bro, bas wahi karna hai zindagi. So to answer, that's also partially my answer to your question. Ki surreal hai, nahi hai, people wrote me off. So I don't, if you can notice in my energy, aura, speech, words, I don't have any grudge anymore. कि हाँ लोगों ने कॉल ऑफ किया, मैं दिखाऊंगा. लोगों को जो समझ में, जो उस वक्त समझ में जो लोगों को आता है वो करते हैं. मे बी उस समय मेरी हरकतें ऐसी थी कि अगर मैं भी होता अपने सामने तो मैं भी अपने आप को खुद को राइट ऑफ कर देता. वक्त बदलता है, इंसान बदलता है, सोच बदलती है, बहुत चीजें बदलती है, लक भी बदलता है. So partially the answer is actually, bro, I am just genuinely very, very, very grateful. Is life easy for me? No. But is life easy for anyone? No. So I'm not going to cry कि क्या नहीं हुआ और क्या मेरे मुताबिक नहीं हो रहा, कि आपके मुताबिक मेरे मुताबिक जीवन में वैसे भी कुछ नहीं होगा. We have to wake up. मैं रोज सुबह उठता हूँ और उठते ही एक लाइन बोलता हूँ, हिम्मत मर्दा मदद खुदा.
हम लोगों ने बहुत सी स्टोरीज देखी हैं, जब जैसे आपने कहा कि मुश्किलें हर किसी की जिंदगी में आएंगी, लेकिन ये है कि that what you do with those problems, how you deal with that is something which is the crucial part. So the way you have dealt with it, I think that is so inspiring.
Thank you.
The fact that you don't complain, the fact that you look at the brighter side of things, I think which is really commendable.
कंप्लेंट उस दिन करूंगा जिस दिन कल नहीं होगा, और आज नहीं होगा. आज भी है, कल भी है. कंप्लेंट किस बात की?
Okay, and these trips that you take to mountains, that you like biking, I believe, and you're very passionate about it. And I think over the years you've also taken up these social campaigns, these issues, I think, which are close to your heart. Does it also help you maybe get to know yourself better in more ways than one? बहुत सी relationships होती हैं various चीजों की वजह से, various factors की वजह से, they survive, they don't survive. तो ये जो आपका जो एक पर्पस है जिंदगी का, माउंटेन्स, सोशल अवेयरनेस कैंपेन्स, does it in a way keep you centered? Does it heal you?
It does. It really does. And like you said, you find yourself. I feel there has to be much more in our lives than movies, you know, or the work that we do. Of course, जब हम कुछ काम करते हैं, we have to be 100% committed and focused and deliver, right? But is that everything about life? No, there has to be more. And I feel that you have to be relevant to more aspects of life, more aspects of the society, people. You have to be relevant. I want to be relevant, and not to have a big name or not to be splashed in newspapers and people say, wow, what a great guy I am. I don't care about that. I genuinely want to be relevant. I want to be relevant to you. I want you to call me when you have a problem. Say, Amit, I have this problem. I will say, okay, I'm here for you. Tell me what you want. What can I do for you? Or, it's okay. Don't worry. You'll be fine tomorrow. It keeps me grounded and it keeps me connected to the real thread of life.
Now, when you're working with, say, someone like Abhishek Bachchan, who has, I think, dealt with unprecedented trolling, the way he's judged, I think, left, right, and center all the time is something which is unprecedented as well. And then, in spite of everything, he has a fantastic sense of humor, and continues to remain very simple and down to earth as well. Does in a way, does it inspire you? Do you think that maybe the pursuit that you have of just not getting overwhelmed by judgments of the world, do you find that in a way like a sort of a mirror sort of thing, that yes, there are people who can be inspiring, who have dealt with a lot as well?
So I just want to explain to you something, and I'm not taking anything from Abhishek. He's a great guy. He's a great co-actor. He's been very nice to me. You have to understand the magnitude of struggle. जो इंसान के पेट में पैसे नहीं है, खाना नहीं है, जिसने कोविड में 2 साल से जिसकी बेरोजगार रुकी हुई है, जिसके बाद अपनी माँ को अस्पताल ले जाने के पैसे नहीं है, मैं उसको स्ट्रगल मानता हूँ. मैं आपकी मेरी या बॉलीवुड में जो मैं स्ट्रगल, तो मैं किसी की मतलब आई एम नॉट कंडोनिंग इट और आई एम नॉट लाइक laughing at it, but because everybody's struggle is struggle, but these struggles are acquired struggles. They are privileged struggles. मैं आज तक के ट्रोल नहीं हुआ हूँ. I don't know how I will react if I will be trolled, but again, I won't mind. It's one of my things. I don't know if you can see this, but this says this is the card I drew. It's a Johnny Depp line. It's not my line, and मुझे बहुत हिट की है. मैं इस लाइन में आया हूँ. I am presenting myself in an interview to you, in movies as characters, in behavior. I'm on the stage. I'm an actor. I'm an artist. And there are 8 billion or 7 billion people in the world, and everyone is not going to love me, like me, or understand me. And there's this phenomenon of trolling. How is this trolling come? I don't know. I think we've created this. I think this industry's created trolling. जो बाकी लोग सीखे. Because you have fake likes, fake comments, fake accounts, So I have very strong views on this, and I've made peace. I don't do all this. I don't need all this. You know what I mean? I've got the movies, and I've got people who want to make movies with me. And But yes, there's inspiration everywhere around you, constantly, and you can pick and choose what inspires you and what you don't want to be inspired by. Uh, Having said that, I think I've done 2 seasons with Abhishek. We've had moments of where I think we've shed our masks as human beings, and had some really real moments in which I've realized and found that he's a great guy, he's a great human being. And I think his humor is something that we all have strengths. I think that's the most amazing thing about human beings. We have our assets and we have our shortcomings. So I think his humor is one of his very strong points, and I think he uses it in a very, very great way to keep himself peaceful and happy or calm, or handle things.
Great. Now, so Amit, I've had the privilege of interviewing Asha Bhosle ji many times, several times, not many times, but quite a few times. So एक बार जब मैंने उनसे इंटरव्यू किया तो उन्होंने she's fantastic when it comes to conversation and anecdotes. She's brilliant, absolutely. So उन्होंने मुझे बताया कि that एक बार जब वो शुरू में जब अपने करियर में वो किसी गाने के लिए पहुंची, रिकॉर्डिंग के लिए पहुंची, और जो म्यूजिक डायरेक्टर थे उन्होंने कहा कि सब्जी तैयार है, आपको बस खाना है. In the sense कि everything is ready, you just have to sing it. So you don't have, your role is not there. कुछ इतना ज़्यादा आपका कुछ वो है नहीं. So now उन्होंने फिर खैर वो थोड़ा सा मतलब ये है कि वो पर्सनली लिया उसको, एंड उन्होंने कमाल का उसको गा दिया, मतलब बेहतरीन तरीके से. शी जस्ट सो उसके गाने के रिकॉर्डिंग के बाद फिर वो गई म्यूजिक डायरेक्टर के पास और फिर बोली कि हाँ कि खिचड़ी, आपको सिर्फ खिचड़ी तैयार है, आपको खाना है. तो उन्होंने कहा म्यूजिक डायरेक्टर से कि खिचड़ी को बिरयानी बना दिया ना.
क्या बात.
The reason why I'm telling you this, that जब हम आपके performances देख रहे हैं, so एक तो ये होता है कि that the directors, writers, they have certain vision in mind. लेकिन फिर जब actors जो हैं कुछ एक अपना personal कुछ touch देने लगे उसमें, एक खुद का एक certain statement, that makes you take notice even more, because that is a personalized touch and you can feel it, you can sense it, that he's adding this on his own. ये जो आपने करना शुरू किया है, ये कब हुआ? What exactly drove you into it? To give that personal feeling to it after the director have told you everything, the writing is there, they have narrated everything to it, all the nuances are there, and then you absorb it and then you radiate. How do you do that?
First of all, thank you so much. This is the biggest compliment for me. You're very kind, and I will accept this compliment. It means so much for me. Like, I wish I can get this compliment throughout my acting career. मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि there's a shift in my personality. I think I don't have any fear in me, but it's not a macho that I don't have fear. Like, it's not a macho fearlessness that मेरे को कुछ नहीं हो सकता और मैं बहुत बलवान हूँ और मेरा दिमाग बहुत strong है. No. As a human being, I think I've become very fearless. And over the years, there's a lot of books that have impacted me. A lot of actors have impacted me. Life impacts me. I'm very comfortable in expressing myself now. My views, and my characters on set. I'm not like, I'll give you one example. In season 2, there was a scene we were doing of Breathe. And I generally, in my characteristics, felt like leaving the scene, and I left the scene. And my director was okay with it. He said, fine. And then the other actors went to him, you need one more, Amit chala gaya. So they said, Amit se pucha. I'm happy with the shot. They came to me. They said, what happened? I said, I don't know. I think Kabir felt bored and he left. And they just looked at me, kya bakwas kar raha hai? मुझे ऐसा लगता है, bro, as an artist, as a human being, हमारी आधी प्रॉब्लम तो है हम डर में जीते हैं. हम क्या बोलेंगे, लोग क्या सोचेंगे, वो क्या सोचेगा, ये हो गया. मेरे अंदर डर है, मेरे अपने आप पे बहुत भरोसा है. I'm a good guy, and कभी अगर कुछ गलती हो गई तो माफी मांग लो यार, जानबूझ के तो कोई गलती करता नहीं. तो अंदर डर से, तो मेरे अंदर डर हट गया. And I also want to give a big shout out to my fans. And one of my dreams, that's why I work very hard. I'm starting a new movie, so we are making notes. And that makes me work hard. In cinema, I think acting or athlete or sports or anything in life,
Mm.
is practice.
Mm.
The more and more and more you keep doing something, you keep getting better and better and better. So I think just a little bit of everything. I just hope I can continue doing that.
What do you like to read?
I read everything from like science fiction to I just like or like something powerful like Osho's Bhagavad Gita to a life to an autobiography of a yogi or I would go and on a day. I think I've heard Matthew McConaughey's Green Lights. I've read it once and I've heard it thrice. So I vary. Like it's my taste of music is from I will be listening to Kenny Rogers or Leonard Cohen one day, and then I will be like on Rolling Stones or Aerosmith or listening to Purple Rain from Prince like 30 times a day. It's crazy. My mood swings are like so. Yeah, it's crazy. It just depends.
Mm. Okay, and have you thought of maybe writing your
Uh,
journey in the form of a book?
I just a lot of people have asked me that I should consider it or think about it. I don't know. I just find it very narcissistic
Hmm.
to think of my journey as glory. But then I have a friend who says, "But see it as inspiration. See it'll inspire people." I have not bought on that idea, and I just don't. I don't know. I just don't feel like talking about the past. Yeah, finally in life, since the day I was born,
Hmm.
it's so amazing. So to write about a big, I'll have to think about the past. I don't want to think about the past right now.
All right. Now, when it comes to so you're talking about movies, but I think web shows have really given you, I think, a huge impetus as far as your career is concerned. Even when we see Breathe and now Breathe season 3, the promo, um, that element of cerebral element, that when you're thinking about the intentions of a character, when you're thinking about the layers, and maybe that trap is not there of movies where you have to simplify or maybe at times oversimplify कि audience को ये समझ में नहीं आएगा. How do you dabble between these two streams? One
So,
which
bro,
is giving
first,
you giving you a scope to just locate your backstory and various other aspects, and especially the mind space.
first of all, I just need to express my views on this phenomena which we've been stuck with for so many years, which has to change. You are either lazy or you put in work. Good film, bad film, hit film, flop film, we don't know. But I always see films are इस पिक्चर में मेहनत हुई है और इस पिक्चर में मेहनत नहीं हुई है. कई बार हम लोग मेहनत नहीं करते और बोलते हैं नहीं लोगों को समझ में नहीं आएगी इसलिए इसको सरल कर देते हैं. I feel in the last couple of years of the pandemic and we were watching Narcos and we were watching French films and normal people watching everything. Uh, so much universal exposure, such amazing films coming from different regions of India. Great Punjabi films, Gujarati films, Kannada films. I think there's nothing called ye logo ko samajh mein nahi aayega, and it is something that anyone who has this preconceived wrong notion should delete it. India definitely has a lot of diversity in terms of education and blah 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 blah. But you got to make the film, you got to make the story that you make with honesty, with integrity. And if that has integrity and honesty, and you place it, people who don't even understand, they will appreciate it, they will watch it, they will uplift their understanding. I definitely think that has to change. In terms of OTT has revolutionized watching for people. Web series I think a psychologist will be a better person to answer this, but I think about it sometimes that why are people more intrigued watching web series? My understanding is that in that you get to see more characters, so your ownership on your engagement with the content is more time, more characters. You're just not following that typical earlier Bollywood pattern that we have. There are only two people. ये hero है, ये heroine है, बाकी सब बेकार है. So I think people get to see more characters, they get attached to more people, they get to know the psychosis of a character. So that's one fun part of a web series. It's also I don't want to complain, but it's also tiring. You have to you give like 5 years or 6 years. I was just thinking about, I was talking to a friend of mine who knows Cillian Murphy, and who was saying like he gave 8 years, 9 years of his life to Peaky Blinders. So I was saying I gave 6 years to breathe, and I'm very grateful, but I'm exhausted because I have to sit home for 1 year and prep for 1 year and then wait for 1 year. So it has its challenge too. Um, but at the end of the day, again, for me, it's very simple, bro. Conviction. If you have conviction in whatever you're doing or whatever you are saying, look so much thing.
Okay, now when it comes to say once again OTT and say films, you dabble in both. uh, अगर आप जैसे एक एक अगर ओवरऑल तरीके से आप देखें तो कुछ ऐसे आपके कुछ मतलब एक जो अंडरस्टैंडिंग अगर जैसे आई हो दैट व्हेन यू आर डूइंग लाइक से वेब शो फॉर एग्जांपल व्हेन यू आर डूइंग अ ब्रीथ I think a lot of things will dabble around you, will happen around you. And does it happen that your scenes are not edited? Has it happened that your scenes have been edited out in movies, and that has been heartbreaking in a way?
Oh, that will continue. That still continues. There's so
Mm.
much heartbreaking every day, and I don't want to lie, but I will
Mm.
not cry. I will. आपको पता है मैं I go earlier. You were complimenting me. आप कह रहे हो कि आप लगता है कि मैं मेरे पास कोई चारा नहीं है, क्योंकि मुझे को अगर 5 मिनट मिले हैं तो मेरे पास वो 5 मिनट ही है.
Mm.
तो मैं इतना प्रेप करता हूँ कि यार वो 5 मिनट में आई हैव टू शाइन. एंड audience has supported me whenever from that. Of course, I don't get 5 minute roles, so I can't complain now. I have films that people are making movies with me. I have a big role in Breathe. But in life, this happens in every career. You will be shortchanged. There will be people who will take advantage of you. There will be people who will be jealous of you. There will be people who will undermine you. That's the part of the process. It's a fight. So I'm going to shut up and fight. You know what I mean? But it happens. It continues to happen. It is going to happen tomorrow, yesterday, and the day after. But what I can do, the changes. I would make an announcement, but I'm turning a producer. And you're the first person I want to share this with you and on your interview. I've not declared this. And I already have a movie company. It's called Gully Gladiators. Because, I feel I'm a gladiator, and Gully is like, I wanted street, but I thought Gully will make it India. Gully se uthe hue log. And then I was sitting with my partner and I said, you know what, we'll make movies with this banner, but I want to have a movie company and I want to call it Everyone on the Poster. I have had a tough in life and in films. I'm grateful it's not made me cynical or angry or grudgeful. It's made me, it's given me, because I've got also my dues, I've got love, I've got appreciation, and I focus on the positive. But मैंने यार notice किया कि मेरे साथ जो नहीं हुआ मैं लोगों के साथ नहीं करूँ. So when I'm a lead in a movie, first thing I go and tell my crew and my team and my actors, I say, I'm not the lead of this movie. This is an ensemble cast. सब जो important characters हैं सब poster पे आएंगे. I will not announce कि Amit Sadh's this film is coming. अगर announce करूँगा तो director का नाम announce. So I'm not angry of the things that didn't happen or sometimes still don't happen, and that's the reason I'm becoming a producer now. So I can demand equality with myself and I can give equality to others.
That's amazing. One final question. When once again, I think it's a confidence level, it's a belief, and I think certain amount of maybe understanding of the craft and the business. Saying yes to say a small role like Super 30, for example, and making an impact. Like every time you were there on screen, you left an impact. And I still remember we were there. We had gone for that function at that school.
In town.
No, it was in Malad.
Right.
Yeah, and you had told me that you're doing Super 30 and you're very excited about that. But the important part is that creating magic even in like a small role, that is not easy, and it requires conviction to do that. What you did with say Sultan, for example, and what it did for you was unprecedented. Where do you get that confidence from?
I always feel you work hard and God blesses. So to be honest, I really don't know, and I'm not acting. You know me very well. I genuinely don't know. मुझे इस बात का एहसास है कि लोगों को मुझसे उम्मीद है. जब मैं सेट पे आता हूँ, लोगों को रहता है कि ये कुछ करेगा. मुझे इससे भी बहुत खुशी मिलती है, बहुत प्रेरणा मिलती है, ताकत मिलती है कि like people have hope in a world where nobody has any hope from anyone. लोगों को मेरे से उम्मीद है. मेरे घर में जो मेरे बच्चे हैं, उनको मेरे से उम्मीद है. जब मैं सेट पे आता हूँ, लोगों सो मेरे दिमाग में प्रेशर नहीं बढ़ी, हमेशा रहता है कि यार लोगों को मुझसे उम्मीद है, मैं किसी को ना उम्मीद नहीं करना चाहता. उसके लिए मैं मेहनत करता हूँ. And I think I'm fortunate, I'm lucky, I'm happy that my hard work shows. I'm happy that I'm able to connect with the audience. I'm able to connect with few people. And I think that's the gift of my life, that I'm able to connect. मेरा ये मानना है कि लाइफ में मैंने ये चीज सीखी, स्पेशली इंडिया में देख के, कि जब लोगों को सक्सेस मिलती है, they sound angry. So I perplexed me. ये तो खुश होना चाहिए. So after seeing success, if you turn back, I think that's wrong. And if you turn back and look at the people who were not nice to you or fair with you, I think you're doing injustice to the people who stood for you, because you should be remembering them. So I will remember you. I will remember my producer, Vikram Malhotra, who gave me breathe. You know? और जिसने बुरा किया, जिसको समझ में नहीं आया, सबको माफ.
What does love mean to you?
I think love is life. You have to love. If you don't have the ability to love, you are dead. You have to love purely, selflessly, without. It's tough. As human beings, we are so enforced with ego, and ego brings anger. Ego brings judgment. Ego brings, it just brings conflict. So it's a every second consciousness. It's a every second, every minute, every moment, every day, every week, every month. You have to keep okay, clear. No, this thought is not good. I'm not going to entertain this thought. So I think I've mastered that. I'm still human. I still feel, and then I go on my terrace and let's walk. I say, no, I'm not going to entertain this thought. It doesn't need me. It is futile. There's so much good. Focus, read, dance, laugh, go on a bike ride, climb a mountain, read a book, call someone, play with your dogs. So I've mastered that. I just, but love. The most important thing in life is love, and I'm saying love others.
I think it's fantastic, man, and it's fantastic to hear you, and the way you think, and the way you. And the important part is that you practice it, which is I think amazing. And congratulations for Breathe. I think it looks like a winner already. Congratulations for your production journey, and your biking, and your hiking, and your reading. All the best, man. I'm sure that
thank you so much. Thank you for. I know it's night at your end. So thank you for doing this. Talking to you is always special for me.
No, it's I'm always there for you, and it's a pleasure to talk to you as well.
And now that you,
very happy to hear your thoughts. Honestly, genuinely happy.
Thank you. I think you and I have a beautiful connect. And now it's my turn to tell you, because you've said this 3 times when the interview started. I read that interview. I read that interview, and I watch all your interviews. You are the only person in this country whose interviews, even if I don't watch the whole of it, I will see you always have this style that where the important headlines come in the first and then the interview starts.
Mm-hmm.
But I mostly, even if I skip through some part, but I always watch your interviews. And I think one of the most beautiful things about your interviews is I think your goodness reflects in your interviews. There's fun, and it's positive, and you are able, I think because of your niceness, the person you are talking to, they are more genuine. They're able to, And another amazing thing about you is since Kai Puche, that you don't care about A list or B list. You don't have a list. You just go and interview.
That is. I think that's so.
That's a big compliment.
That's
salute you for it.
But honestly, when you say that goodness in me and everything. But I always believe that it's a collaboration. I say if you feel and maybe you are getting something from me, I'm getting something from you. So I think whenever it's going to be a collaboration, that is when I think it's going to be a good conversation. So even I'm getting so many things from you, like whatever you are saying. Like say, as I told you about Asha Bhosle, they're Amit ji, so many people that I've interacted with, and I've learned so much from them. So I genuinely feel it's more about I think collaboration. So I think
You're a veteran,
talking
bro.
and
You're a
you.
veteran in your field, and it's a privilege. It's an honor for me to be interviewed by you. Other than our friendship and the love that you've showered me with, it's a privilege to be interviewed by
No,
you.
no,
It means a
thank
lot.
you very much, man. Thank you very much, and you take care and all the best wishes.
Thank you, bro. Take care and sorry.